You have probably seen Path of Exile 2 pop back up in your feed lately, after it went kind of quiet, following that huge early access launch. So if you're wondering whether it's actually worth jumping into this game right now, with everything that has changed since day one, then this video should be pretty helpful. It will walk you through what the game is, what is different now, and who the game is really for, very quickly for the beginners. This is Grinding Gear Games action RPG, set on Wraeclast, the same corrupted continent from the original Path of Exile. The setup here is very simple. Make a character, fight through a campaign, slowly turn that character into something absurd. The finished campaign is supposed to run 6 acts, but right now you're only playing through 4, since 2 more are still planned, before this game leaves early access. There used to be a stretch where you'd replay the whole campaign, on a harder difficulty just to reach endgame, and this got swapped out for a shorter set of transitional chapters, which is honestly a relief. The character building, of course, is where this game really opens up. 12 base classes, 2 for every combination of strength, dexterity and intelligence, each branching into 3 ascendancies, so 36 total ways to specialize. You're also pulling from 240 skill gems and about 200 support gems, and the support gems now socket directly into the skill itself, so you can 6-link basically anything without hunting for the right item first. Add a 1500 node passive tree that lets you split points across 2 builds, depending on what you're using. And yeah, it's easy to see why people sink hours in, before even touching a monster. And the gear system in this game is its own beast. The game has about 700 equipment bases, each with a unique version to chase, plus weapon types. And of course, weapon types that were not in the first game, spears and crossbows, and full-on flails. Actually getting good gear means learning the crafting system, stacking currency items with specific effects, and this is not really forgiving at all. If you use the wrong one at the wrong moment, then you can undo hours of progress in basically a second. This part can feel very brutal if you're new, since the game also doesn't really explain any of it. It kind of just expects you to figure it out, or go look it up. Past the campaign, the end game opens into a map system, where you pick passive trees that push your maps to hit harder, for better loot, plus league mechanics built as follow-ups to the original game. Bosses show up everywhere, and not gonna lie, a few are very tough. Some bosses barely warn you before taking a huge chunk of your health. So especially early on, this game can feel less like a fair fight and more like a Souls-like, memorizing patterns through trial and error. Now the thing with this game is that when it clicks very hard. You go from barely scraping by on early maps, to laying down one button and watching entire packs vaporize. And our human brains are simply wired that this jump feels amazing every single time. Half of the fun is honestly the guessing and adjusting on the fly, tweaking your tree, grabbing that weapon upgrade, and suddenly doing double the damage. The trading side definitely helps you too, since you can snag a genuinely good item for way less than it should cost if you catch the market at the right moment, and it simply feels like getting away with something. Now here's a part that might turn some people off. Leagues. Each new season brings a new league, with fresh mechanics, and to actually get in on what's new, you're pretty much required to start fresh. So the build you spent weeks perfecting doesn't carry into the new league with you, so you're back to leveling and gearing up from zero again. And yes, absolutely, plenty of games in this genre work the same way. But if starting over every few months isn't your thing, then this repeat restart can feel like a grind that you simply didn't ask for. Now, taking a look for what has changed. To be honest, the early patches were mostly small. Some additional map errors and polish. Dawn of the Hunt introduced a new class and a few ascendancies, plus a stack of new skills, uniques and endgame maps. Right after that came a patch focused mostly on loot, making good rare uniques show up more, instead of getting buried under common ones. Then the third edict landed. This is probably the biggest single patch so far. It added the 4th act, reworked support gems, so you're no longer stuck with one of each type, and overhauled a decent chunk of the endgame. Shortly after this, they let you slot tablets straight into the map device, instead of needing to visit a tower first. After that, the last of the Druids brought the Druid class, with shape-shifting weapons, made Abyss a permanent mechanic, and came with a real performance pass for CPU-bound players, which is low-key a nice touch. Most recently, Return of the Ancients reworked the Atlas tree again, added a whole rune-based crafting system, and gave the toughest bosses quest versions, so you don't have to to hunt them down randomly. This is also where items like Mage Blood started dropping, which, if you know the original game, is kind of a huge deal. So where this leaves things is, the game is still early access, so you are very much not seeing the full picture yet. But to be fair, what you are getting right now is a genuinely deep build crafting sandbox, with new content landing regularly, co-op for up to 6 players, and a trading economy that's actually alive. Keep in mind this game will not hold your hand, and if you want something to relax with for 20 minutes, then this game is not that.